So if you have to make any circuit, suppose say it is consisting of a resistor, say a resistor R, let it be of any value, we are not concerned with that, and say if we have to if we are to connect a LED across it and say it is connected to a battery, say any V volts. So how we are going to make connections in this breadboard? See, we have just placed this here so that we can see both the parts. First we are going to make it in this printed version, and then we will be actually connecting this in the breadboard. So you can choose any of the points, especially in the middle part. Say you have connected the resistor, say like this, you have connected the resistor over here, right? Now resistor is connected to this part, and as we know that all the points, all the 5 points are connected vertically, so all will be connected like this over here. Or say if we name it as point, say A means all these points from here to here are at same voltage level, that is say A. From here to here, suppose we name it as B, and from here to here we name it as C. Okay, so we have connected A, that is one part of the resistor, and this point is A, this point is A, right? Now from the other end of the resistor is connected with the diode. Okay, so suppose the one end we have connected A over here, and this point suppose we make it as B, and we connect the diode, say on any of the ports we can connect like this. This is the say diode, this is the diode. You can connect it at any point, say we have connected it to here. Now your point A becomes this one, all this set of 5 ports, B becomes all this set of 5 ports, and C becomes all this set of 5 ports. Now C is connected to the negative part of the voltage, so we can just simply connect it to say here and give 0 volt to this, any of these ports, all will be at 0 volt. And we know that A is connected to the positive V volt, so you can connect this, say suppose you have connected it to here. You can take any wire from any of these 5 ports and connect it to here, and you will get your desired circuit, right? And here you just connect the V volt from the power supply. V volt, all these ports are at V volt, all these ports from here to here are at 0 volt, and you have connected V volt to one end of the resistor, okay, and the other end of the resistor is connected to the LED by inserting in any of these vertical points. LED in one point of the LED in any of this one of these 5 vertical points, and one end of the resistor to the other ports of this vertical set of 5 ports, right? So we will just see how. Now the circuit that we have made on pen and paper on this breadboard, now we are going to make the circuit in the breadboard, right? So this is the resistor, these are the 2 ends, so just we can connect it on any of the ports in the middle portion, okay, and the other part on any other port of some other vertical set of 5 ports. Suppose we have connected it in this way. One of the ports, one of the ends of the resistor is connected over here and the other is connected over here. You can see here, like this we have connected it, like this. Okay. Like this we have connected it. Okay. Now see, all these points on this end are now will be at the same voltage level, okay, which we have already mentioned it as, say, A here, over here. All these points, all these 5 points will be at the same voltage level, that is B. All the points are B. Now B is connected with one of the ends of a or say the positive end of the LED. So this is an LED. How to identify the positive and negative ends will be, and different components, electronic components, will be seeing that in the next class, in the other video. For the time being, we just consider this as the this point as the positive. So we have to connect it on any of these 5 ports. On one of the ports we have connected one end of the resistor, so we can connect it on any of these 4 available ports, right? See, we have connected it like this. We have connected it like this. Now see, these points are all at B. Now this all set of 5 points, this becomes C. See, as we can see in the circuit on this breadboard and on the actual breadboard. Take a breadboard diagram on, and here in this actual breadboard, right? You can see it here. Okay, this is the connection that is made on the breadboard. Now the points A is connected to V volts or the DC power supply. So we have to connect this point via this single strand wire. We'll be seeing in the next class what are different types of wires that can be used in the connections, which can be used for making connections in the breadboard. So we have connected it to the upper power rail or the topmost row of the breadboard, and by giving 5 volt or V volts over here, all the half portion, all the ports starting from this point to this point will become V volts, and A is connected to one of the ports. Okay. Similarly, for connecting point C with 0 volt, you have to connect it to, say, the lower portion or the second row where you can supply 0 volt from the DC power supply or the power supply. Now your circuit is complete. You can see it here. Right? Point A, B and this C. A is connected to V volt, positive V volt, or the upper power rail, as we have already discussed, because this half portion of this horizontal row, half of the horizontal row is at same potential, so we can supply V volts from the power supply to any of these points in the first row, and Similarly, 0 volt to the second row, half portion of the second row, by connecting it any of the ports, connecting any of the ports to the power supply. So this is the complete circuit. So if you find this video useful and informative, kindly like and subscribe the channel.